Hello and welcome. I'm glad you're here today. Sometimes we don't really notice how much of our life is made of habits. Small things, simple things, things we do without thinking. We wake up, we open our eyes, and the day already begins. Maybe the first thing you do is look at your phone. Maybe you don't even remember when this habit started. It just happened.
Yeah, that's true.
For many people, mornings are full of habits. Not big decisions, not important plans, just routines. You get out of bed, you go to the bathroom, you wash your face, maybe you brush your teeth half asleep. Maybe you already know exactly what comes next. Coffee, tea, water. The same cup, the same place, sometimes even the same thoughts.
Every day, the same.
Some habits feel good. They make us feel safe, comfortable, like the world is a little bit predictable. And sometimes that's exactly what we need. A quiet morning. No rush, just doing what we always do. But other habits, we don't really like. We still do them, but we don't feel proud of them. Maybe we check our phone too much. Maybe we skip breakfast, or eat too fast, or think, I'll change this tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Tomorrow is a very popular day. Many habits live there. But today? Today is about now. Right now. Think about your morning. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, just a normal day. What do you do without thinking? Do you sit in the same place? Do you listen to music? Or maybe you like silence. Some people need sound to wake up. Others need quiet. Both are habits. Neither is wrong.
It's just how we are.
During the day, habits continue. Work habits, study habits, the way you sit, the way you move, the way you start a task. Some people make lists. They write everything down. Others keep everything in their head. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't. But even that becomes a habit. The habit of doing things your way.
Your own way.
And then the day slowly ends. Evening habits begin. You come home. You take off your shoes. Maybe you change clothes right away. Maybe you don't. Maybe you sit down and do nothing for a few minutes. Just sitting, breathing, letting the day fade a little. That moment is a habit too, a very human one.
I like that one.
Let's stay with that thought and continue in a moment. As the day goes on, habits stay with us. They don't stop when we leave home. They follow us to work, to school, to wherever we go. Some habits are about how we begin, how we start a task. Do you start slowly? Do you need a moment to focus? Or do you jump right in? Many people do the same thing every time they begin. They open the same app. They check the same messages. They look at the same screen without thinking.
Automatically.
Some habits make us feel organized. Others make us feel busy. But busy doesn't always mean productive. Sometimes it just means we are used to being busy. We answer messages, we switch tasks, we check the time, again and again. And before we know it, half the day is gone. Not because we were lazy, but because habits took over.
That happens a lot.
There are also habits about breaks. Some people forget to take them. Others always take one at the same time. A short walk, a cup of coffee, a few deep breaths near a window. Even rest can be a habit, and that's not a bad thing. Rest is not a reward. It's part of living. But many people feel guilty when they rest, as if doing nothing is wrong. But sometimes doing nothing is exactly what we need.
Just for a moment.
Later in the day, habits change again. Afternoon habits are different from morning ones. Energy is different. Focus is different. Maybe you feel tired. Maybe you feel hungry. Maybe you feel a little distracted. And habits step in to help. Or to make things harder. Some people reach for snacks. Some reach for their phone. Some reach for silence. None of this is strange. It's just human.
Very human.
When the workday ends, another set of habits begins. The way you go home, the way you walk, or drive, or sit on the bus. Some people listen to music. Others like to think. Some replay the day in their head. What they said, what they didn't say, what they want to do tomorrow. These thoughts often come automatically, just like habits.
They show up by themselves.
And then you arrive home. That moment. Shoes off, bag down. Maybe a deep breath. Many people don't notice how important this moment is. It separates the day from the evening, work from rest. Some habits help us make that transition. Others don't. But we keep them anyway, because they feel familiar.
Comfortable.
Evening habits are often the hardest to change. We are tired. We don't want to decide. So habits decide for us. We sit in the same place. We turn on the same screen. We eat the same food. Again. And sometimes that's okay. Life doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to feel manageable. And habits help with that.
They really do.
But every habit starts somewhere. And every habit can change. Not all at once, not tomorrow morning, but slowly, quietly, one small moment at a time. We'll talk more about that very soon. At some point, we start to notice our habits. Not all of them, just a few. Usually the ones we don't like. The habits that make us think, why do I do this? Maybe it's checking your phone one last time at night. Maybe it's skipping breakfast because you're in a hurry. Maybe it's saying, I don't have time, again and again. These habits don't feel good, but they feel familiar.
Too familiar.
We often call them bad habits, but most of the time, they are not bad. They are just habits that started when we needed them. Maybe you checked your phone because you felt lonely. Maybe you skipped breakfast because mornings were stressful. Maybe you said, I don't have time because life felt heavy. Habits are not enemies. They are responses, quiet answers to old situations.
That makes sense.
That's why changing habits is not easy. Not because we are weak, but because habits are connected to feelings, and feelings don't like being rushed. We often tell ourselves, tomorrow I will change everything. That sounds nice, but tomorrow is busy. Tomorrow is tired. Tomorrow forgets.
It always does.
That's why small habits matter more than big plans. Very small ones, almost invisible, like drinking one glass of water, or walking for 5 minutes, or reading one page. One page is not impressive, but it's easy, and easy habits survive tired days. Big habits don't.
Small ones stay.
Some habits are good. They help us feel balanced. They give structure to our day. Others take more than they give. They steal time. They steal energy. They steal attention. But even then, we don't need to fight them. Fighting habits usually makes them stronger. What helps more is noticing. Just noticing.
Without judging.
When you notice a habit, something changes. You are no longer on autopilot. You don't have to stop, you don't have to fix anything, you just see it. And sometimes, seeing is enough to create space, a small pause, a moment of choice. Not a big one, just, do I want this right now? And sometimes the answer is yes, and that's okay.
That's okay.
Other times, the answer is no. And that's when a new habit can begin. Not perfectly, not every day, but gently, slowly. Like learning to walk a different path, one step, then another. Habits are not changed by force. They change by patience.
And time.
We often think habits are boring, but they are actually very powerful. They shape our days, and our days shape our lives. Not in big, dramatic ways, but quietly, in the background, every morning, every evening, every ordinary moment. And that's why daily habits matter. Even the small ones, especially the small ones.
Especially those.
Let's stay with that idea, and in the final part, we'll slow things down even more, just a little, and bring everything together. As the day comes to an end, everything slows down. The noise gets quieter, the lights get softer, and habits return to the background. This is usually the moment when we finally notice how tired we are. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally. The day leaves traces, and evening habits help us let go.
Little by little.
Some people like routines at night. The same order, the same rhythm. Dinner, a shower, a book. Others prefer freedom. No plan, no structure, just rest. Both are fine. Evening habits are personal. They are about feeling safe, feeling done, feeling ready to stop.
Ready to rest.
Before sleep, many habits appear almost automatically. We check the time, we turn off the lights, we lie down in the same position. Some habits help us sleep. Others keep our minds busy. Thoughts arrive, memories, plans for tomorrow. Sometimes, we replay the day, what went well, what didn't. And that's okay. The mind needs a moment too.
It always does.
When we look at our life, we often think about big moments, important days, special events. But most of life is made of ordinary days. And ordinary days are made of habits. Quiet ones, small ones, the kind we rarely talk about. But they are there, every day.
Always there.
Habits don't ask for attention. They don't need praise. They just repeat. And over time, they build something, a rhythm, a feeling, a way of living. Not perfect, not exciting, but real. And often, that's enough.
More than enough.
If there is one thing to remember today, it's this. You don't need to change everything. You don't need a new life. You don't need a perfect routine. You just need to notice. One habit, one moment, one small choice. And let the rest be what it is.
Just for now.
Life moves forward, one ordinary day at a time. And habits walk with us, quietly, patiently, every step. Thank you for spending this time here. Take care, and we'll continue Next time.